It is open, my friends. Battles have yet to begin. Laughter will be had in gales and floods, but if not, at least there will be blood. The sorrow and loss may abound. We'll do our best to hold this hallowed ground.
Hello everyone and welcome back. Last week the party recuperated themselves after rescuing Philemon, or Chaos as we also know him, and gathered their ideas of what to do and go next. Requested a few pieces of information from the seer, who had to give them semi-riddling answers in response to keep them from altering any sort of path that they've helped create. After requesting to being sent, or asking for the aid to be sent to the location nearest where their queries would be, which is the leader of the Messenger of Peace, you find yourselves walking into a nice orchard. That's the word for it.
No, it's called trap.
Trap. Orchard of pink and purple leaved trees. You are at just the cusp of a road, where off on the left you see in the distance the large walls of a grand city. Snozebupe, you immediately recognize the fact that you are on the outskirts of Stitchrit.
Okay.
E.T.
Well,
with your... Oh, real quick. First thing, actually, something we should do. We should level up.
Oh.
Yeah, we just hit a major chapter and a major point of it, so we absolutely should level up.
Let's see here. Okay.
And as a reminder for everyone, as we go through this, it is now 5/3/12, 566.
Are we leveling to 9?
You're leveling to 9.
Luckily, it's pretty easy for me because I've already mapped it all out on a spreadsheet.
Woo!
Because I've done this 3 times already.
Oh, baby, I got brutal critical. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, there are a few times in that previous combat that you got a 19. I was like, is he at brutal critical yet? Oh no, that's different ability.
Yeah, it is different. This one's just an additional die, so I'll roll 3 die instead of 2.
Wolf.
Yeah.
Wolf.
Ugh.
Hey.
Well, that's disappointing. I upgraded to like the bard's worst ability.
Oh, what's that?
The Song of Rest.
Oh, that's literally only because you guys never do short rests. You're always looking for a way to do a long rest. Maybe that's incentive to do more short rests.
I suppose. The thing is, all it does is I roll if they use a hit die to regain health. Now that I'm at level 9, they get to add a 1d8. That's it.
Per hit die, isn't it?
No. You hear your performance gain hit points at the end of your short rest by spending 1 or more hit dice. Each of those creatures regains an extra 1d6 hit points and then turns into 1d8 when I go to level 9. Admittedly,
You're right, that one is pretty lacking.
yeah, I have a lot of other really good abilities. That one's a disappointment.
That one is... Definitely, check your spells as well. You might have gotten spellsy stuff
True.
to it. It's usually
I do
when...
now have a level 5, so
Ooh, there's compensation.
that is something. Uh-huh. And I gotta roll my dice, huh? Roll my die, move my mice, so on.
Hit points, remember ones are nonsense. It's a max.
Full value.
Delicious.
My hit dice are D12, and I got an 11 on my first roll, and I was like, that'll do.
That'll do, pig.
I haven't seen that movie in so long. I wonder if it holds up.
What is it?
Both those movies were directed by George Miller, the guy who created Mad Max. And then
Really?
he also did Happy Feet.
Wait, hang on. That'll do, pig. Where is that from?
Babe.
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 Okay,
Babe
right.
and Babe 2, Pig in the City, Happy Feet 1 and Happy Feet 2, and then all of the Mad
Mad
Max
Max
movies. That's it. That's all he's done.
Madness. All right, how are y'all looking? I know we're
Almost
mostly.
done.
Oh, right. Iago is a sorcerer. Yeah, you've got some choices to make.
I don't even know what level 5
Don't forget
spells
everyone.
there are.
There are merch, mugs, other little things. We even have a surprise design that's ready in the works, coming out that I haven't even told any of these people about. Nor am I going to
Ooh.
until it's ready to show them.
Ooh.
We're having fun. Go and check that story.
It'll be another cat mug, because there's not enough cat mugs.
There never is.
I forget. If it says legacy next to it, does that mean we use that
That's
one?
the one
or
you
don't
want to use,
that
yeah.
one? Okay.
Legacy or the goodies? The most entertaining point of any D&D
Of this
campaign, of
campaign.
any TTRPG campaign in general, is leveling up.
The long, drawn-out silences while people read. You know, while they read and do things, since I'm already done because I'm a barbarian and only got one thing, what was I going to ask? I was going to ask something. Oh, yeah. Any video games you've played recently, Murray, that you recommend that I get if I can?
I have recently... Oh, Guilty as Sock is fun. That's a big party game, though. It's improv.
Okay, gotcha.
You sit around in a courtroom, and everyone is improving each position. Accusant,
Gotcha.
defendant, judge, bailiff,
Ah,
witnesses,
Now, Your Honor, your client and I plead. Who cares?
that kind of stuff. Repo, that was a fun one too, but that's also another party one. But other recently, it's just been Stellaris. Games like that are the ones I play the most. I love Stellaris, it's such a good one.
all these 5th levels cost money.
Oh! Yeah. They do. Most of them do. Or at the very least, something that goes with it that first costs money that you have to acquire. Like a big old ruby, diamonds, that kind of stuff. A golden rod worth at least 200 gold.
I'm just like, oh, what? You can't even get diamonds in this place.
That's the problem with having continental wars. All the militaries have them.
I know where there's a lot.
Tell me more.
You guys
I know
know
somebody who
Superman?
knows somebody who knows a bunch of rabbits.
Did you guys see
Yeah, all right,
Superman yet?
I'm done.
No,
Nope.
I've
Got it.
not.
Not yet.
I want to, though. It looks like a fun one.
It's very good. It's exactly what my soul needed as an old school
Superman fan.
Justice. It because I grew up a Batman fan, but like watching the Justice League animated series and the JLU and the Superman animated series and the Batman animated series, which are all connected, it feels like an episode of Batman the animated series
Oh,
in
nice.
all of the best ways.
Excellent.
You know what I mean? Because it's not afraid to be silly and campy, but not in a Marvel tongue in cheek. We're gonna, to excuse my French, take the piss out of it by making a joke. You know, it's like, yep, he's got the boxers, folks. He's got the briefs. No explanation, no need.
Amazing. How you doing, Peter? Nice we've got a
Well,
spell.
Struggling.
I've got there's like the perfect spell, but it costs a jewel that I like don't have or have no guarantee to have, because obviously planar binding would be sweet for what we're about to go into, seemingly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't have a jewel.
What jewel is it?
You are
Just a jewel. Or
getting
what-
into the capital of a nation. So, and you do have a fair amount of money.
Yeah.
You could probably pick up a jewel. Just
All right,
you
you're
are
gonna-
right that
you-
it does
you-
depend on what kind of jewel it is, but there's a pretty good likelihood. If you're going into backwater country town, maybe not. But here, there's a chance. There's nobility
Okay.
here. Where there's nobility, there are gems.
Yeah, it can be any gem, seemingly, so that makes it a little bit easier.
Nice.
Okay, well, I'll get that then.
Sounded like a foghorn there for a moment.
Yeah. That's it. That's I got my my health, got my upgrade to Song of Rest, and I got my my 5th level spell. Let's go.
Amazing. All right. You are all at, or a little distance away from the walls of the grand city of Stitchworth. What y'all doing?
I'm gonna go ahead and get whatever disguises / costumes they got ready for us, to where I'm not sticking out quite like a sore thumb.
Iago will put his finger up and then say, point at everyone, and then say, in Snozebupe's mind, do we need disguises?
He's
One
eating,
for me
can't you
would
see?
be very useful. Yeah, we haven't had breakfast.
Morning
It was
rations.
early.
Yeah.
It would be very beneficial if I am not recognized. The rest of you probably doesn't matter, I would imagine, unless somebody knows
And he's-
left with me.
He's gonna double click and cast Seeming.
Ooh.
Tell
So
us
for
more.
8 hours, he can change. I can change hold on. Any number of creatures that I can see within range, so it's a lot of us. Disguise physical appearance as well as clothing, armor, and weapons and equipment. I can make you a foot shorter or taller and appear thin, fat, or in between. But I can't change your body type, so you must choose a form that has the same basic arrangement of limbs. So I can't give you 4 limbs.
Okay. I don't get a choice on this. You're deciding.
Yeah, I decide, but
Yeah.
Iago is going to ask you all what you want to look like.
Make me pudgier and wealthy looking.
Now, Iago's doing this, casting their hands around, and as this like wave of magic is happening and Snozebupe is shifting, now you're kind of looking at the cloaks that they gave you. These are very, very helpful cloaks for like in forests. They're like naturally blending. They're the cloaks they were wearing. So useful, really nice, not magical. Maybe not the most efficient for a city. So is the
Okay, I'm gonna look up and I'm gonna say, just make me some blonde-haired, blue-eyed guard for this pudgy rich guy over here.
All right. Sticking with gnome, Snozebupe will be a well-fed, wealthy-looking trader sort individual. And then I'm going to make Now and myself look like two guards, very juxtaposed. So he's going to be a blonde, pale, blue-eyed individual. I'm going to be very dark-skinned, dark black hair, brown eyes. But we're both his guards. And then I'm going to make our four-legged friend here look like a completely normal dog.
Can't change me.
This is seeming it's not actually changing you.
I'm not actually changing.
It's
I'm changing what
like
people
a
see
magical
you as.
aura over yourself. From what I
It looks
recall,
like a
that
black
should
and
be
white.
possible, but not like altering
I
your
can't change
figure.
your
Like
physical.
polymorph, not possible. This, though, from my understanding, was possible.
Could be.
You're a black and white cow-spotted Great Dane.
I don't care what I look
Yep.
like. I'm still me.
Yeah,
Like a
everyone
real
is still you.
groupie.
Like a Great Dane, we just make the mystery crew.
Well, excellent.
Scooby-Doo? No.
That
I
should
mean,
make things.
we got Freddy.
Yeah, you did make me into
Yes.
Freddy, and we did make him a Great Dane, just not the right color. Now we need a stoner that definitely isn't a stoner.
Wink.
A redhead, and then a auburn, short-haired woman. That's what we need.
Missing one
Well-
party member, so
Since we have a time limit, we better hurry into the city.
8 hours.
Run.
8
Run
hours.
on.
As you begin heading towards the city, there is loud music coming from the walls as you approach and get closer and closer. The guards in the front entrance give you a very quick once-over. I'll pass you one through. There are ribbons of different colors tied to their spears and to their armor. Everyone inside is dancing around. There are quite a few people who look exhausted and tired. For those of you who have a passive insight check higher than 10, you would realize it's probably because they've been doing this for a few days now. But the entirety of this city seems burst into a festival.
Hey, boss, you forget that there's a festival going on this time of year?
Is there a festival going on this time of the year, usually?
You're native to Optulla? Absolutely not. This is not festival. If anything, they'd be preparing for the end of year festival, which is in a few lines.
Interesting. No. Does it change my voice? Yeah.
No, it just changes what you look like.
Okay, I'm gonna try to make my voice sound a little gruffer than normal. No, not really. There shouldn't be any festival at this point. Yeah. So I am going to go to the jeweler, which I assume I'm aware of where that is. And on the way there, I'm going to try to suss out what is going on here.
All right. Go ahead and give me. How are you sussing out what's going on here? Describe to me how you're trying to do it.
I'm going to be using my eyeballs and my ears. So I'm going to be listening to people's conversations, see what they're talking about, see if I can pick up the clues. I'm also going to see what they're doing, see if there are clues there.
I am also going to listen and look through all my visions.
Okay. Both of you give me perception checks.
Why does it move my mouse? 8. Come on, dice.
19.
19.
21.
21. Both of you, while you're trudging through these streets, pushing through the crowds, getting past these random little areas that have just turned into dancing floors for individuals. Lots of different street vendors all along the streets. The smell of food wafting everywhere. You trying to battle your way to the trade district, where there is one place that you know will most likely have gems. It's where, I'm gonna probably say it's where your wife got the wedding dress. Says I do. They always have gems. In their dresses or in their gowns or whatever it is. So while you're heading that way, you overhear someone say, 6 long years. Finally it's over. Did you hear what someone said about it? That apparently someone went into the heart of it and killed them. Got their queen. That's what you hear as you keep passing through.
BT goes, oh, okay.
The war with what are the insect fellas called?
Nork.
Yeah, the Nork War must be over. Which means Teffy must have succeeded in some way. Very exciting.
Who's this Teffy?
Another friend. Hopefully you get to meet her someday. But they were part of the hand, but they went to do their own thing for a time and seemingly succeeded. Wonderful news.
Technical question, because I've forgotten.
Yeah.
Does Snoz know I'm split? Or is he still under the impression I'm just reduced?
I think he's under the
I don't
impression
know.
You're still reduced.
Yeah. You don't know that I exist in multiple places at the same
Right.
time. Okay. So I won't be sharing that information just yet.
Sly Dog.
Bark, bark.
Make it to the jeweler, huh?
Make it to the jeweler, a nice, lovely 2-story complex building. Fairly aged at this point. The paint seems to be it's a new paint job. It's not the same color that you're used to. It's a bit more of a cream shell white now. But inside the windows in the front, there are numerous wedding gowns. One of them, you see, does have some gems affixed to it. But when you walk in, there's a nice little bell that rings. The door opens. And you hear just in the back. Someone call out. One moment, please. Just give me one second, please. Feel free to peruse what we have on display.
I look at Yago and I make the door entrance sound. And I wait for him.
Iago is going to look left, look right, and then also mimic the door entrance sound.
Oh, goodness. Busy day. Someone comes walking around the corner in the back, looking at the door eagerly and only seeing the 5 of you. Who of all of you came out first? This is an elf, from best you can tell, big pointed ears, and these silvery eyes that seem to gleam.
I assume I know this elf's name.
You do. He's the same person who helped you way back when. Fairly older guy. His name's Noel.
No.
Nail and Null. Now and Null.
Hello.
Eleanor.
I am Gregor, and I have been told that a Knoll who works here, runs this establishment, has the finest jewels. Is that correct?
Well, Gregor, I'm Noel. Pleasure to meet you. Good to hear that some people are spreading words. We are a wedding establishment. We do have jewelry on hand for the occasion.
Do you have the raw jewels, or is it just in jewelry form?
Wait, I'm sorry, did that dog just say bark bark?
Ignore the dog. He's many years of training. Raw jewels.
As he refocuses, Iago will make as if he pets the dog's head, and then he will terribly actually mimic the sound of an actual dog, but it sounds like it's coming from him, not the dog.
You like looking close to it to try and make it sound like it is, but it's definitely not.
Give me a performance check.
Yeah, mind if I do?
Roll for this one.
10.
21.
10 and 20. So the bark definitely is noticeable coming from Iago, and his eyes, like his brow furrows even more as he starts to lean to get a better angle and to see the two. But you, Snozebupe, step right in the way and say, "The gems, please," as you said earlier. And he goes, yes, of course. What kind are you looking for? We don't normally deal in just
Irrelevant
gems,
of the kind. As long as they're worth 1,000 gold pieces, standard.
Singular or multiple, up to 1,000.
A singular, and I would like multiple singulars, please.
How many would multiple be? I'm so sorry.
I would like 6 jewels, each costing 1,000 apiece.
I will check our stores and see if we... Please wait right here. He departs again and heads to the back room to check his stores. And we are going to roll a percentile die. See if he has all 6.
Woof, woof.
Now, the interesting thing here, as sort of a interlude while we wait for these rolls, is if I pay less than 1,000 for them, they will be useless to me because they have to be worth 1,000.
So, the gem can be worth 1,000, but you acquire it. You can acquire it for a different price. It's the same kind of argument of because the cigars were used as currency, they are now considered currency. Just because you barter for something and get it for a cheaper price does not mean it is itself cheaper.
Great. Love to hear that. And that
The art of bartering.
Be prepared for a barter.
Well, we'll see if you can actually manage.
Prepared.
Because also keep in mind, Shopkeep is going to still try to make a profit. They're not going to sell you something for less than what they make.
You hear now from behind you, bolstering magic. And you can now add a D3 to whatever attack roll or ability check for the next 10 minutes.
I'm also going to, do you believe in friendship? To myself.
When you do, the sense of energy that you convey and give off, it feels different. Not like a bad way or anything, more like, if anything, your source has changed.
Interesting. Okay.
Do I see it?
You wouldn't notice this.
Okay.
It's just something he does. It'd be like him casting it normally. For him, though, it's him actually feeling it. So after about 5 or so minutes, the man comes back out, or Noel does, and he's holding 4 different gems. Ruby, 2 sapphires, and an emerald. It's a good thing you didn't say diamonds. Ones of that size are impossible to come by these days, though. It'll start getting easier, I suppose.
Yes, war's over, yeah, hurrah, hurrah.
Well, for supply and costs, for 4 of them, these being the only ones we have of this size, limiting us quite a bit, it's going to be about 4,500.
No, I was assured that this was the finest establishment for jewels and getting them at a fair price. What I'm hearing is this is the finest establishment to get swindled.
A swindler would be charging you upwards of 6,000 for the supply and how difficult they are to acquire. You are coming here for the ease of the fact that I have a supply chain, allowing me to give them to you at a much more discounted price.
Well, looking around, what else is in the room?
A lot of fine gowns.
Gowns, okay. What else? Anything else?
It's a lot of fine gowns. This is a wedding shop. It's where people go to buy wedding dresses. So on display, what you see is basically a storefront for wedding dresses. Your experience would be a little bit of a different thing. Give me a history check.
History. Oof, that hurts. 7.
Oh gosh, yeah. It was a very long time ago when you got married, so your memory is not as good as to what this guy can provide. You just barely remembered that he has gems here.
Well, I was gonna say throw something in, but you don't have anything that I want else. Why don't we call it 4,300 and call it square?
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay, I'm gonna inspire myself.
And add that D3.
A
D3.
Just use a D6,
D6,
and
yeah.
then 1 and 2 is 1, 3 and 4 is 2, and then 5 and 6 is 3.
Okay, so that's 4, so that's a 2. Okay. Okay, great. So that's gonna be it. $35?
Good Lord, boy.
Okie dokie then.
Now roll that contested.
Oh, he grins at you and is like, yes, I think that'll be quite agreeable.
Well, very good. I just give him a pile of gold coins.
How do you have so
It
much?
like spills. Oh, you guys should have seen how much gold Altian died with. You guys knew.
Some
you
of
guys
you are
knew
just,
just how
sitting on
much.
your money piles.
What have I been doing with my money?
I don't know.
I can't. I don't do anything with my money. How do I not have any money?
Have you been adding the money accordingly?
They might have been keeping the money for themselves and never giving you any. I can't.
I don't
fully
think I've been
remember.
given money.
Pretty
Oh
sure.
no!
Pretty sure.
They're treating him like a steel protector. Not enough.
Hey, if
Not
anyone
any
is,
money.
it's Snozebupe, all right? That was Snozebupe.
Jeez.
I will
see
say,
how it is.
I got plenty more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mine.
you definitely got most of that is for sure Big Tins.
So
Okay.
you have
Huh.
4,
Okay.
and I'm gonna refresh this page so I can look at this.
That's what you
spell.
get for playing abstract characters there.
Yeah, I guess so.
You have successfully acquired 4 gems worth up of 5,000. Or 1,000 each. 4. Anything else for this location? As he hands over those, takes the 4,300.
You had. I will say, I have been to Strictrith once before. It's been a while, though. I was on here a different matter. Anything happened recently of note? Any changes to the city?
As he's putting the money away, looks over and... No major changes to the city. Well, except for one of the lower districts was reorganized recently. The encampment of the Messengers of Peace moved in.
Interesting. Which encampment was that?
The only one. Oh. Not recent. The main one, where they were founded. They've moved their home base here. Which is nice, I suppose.
Very good. Well, no, thank you for your business. Hopefully I'll see you again soon.
Perhaps next time for more joyous occasion.
Possible. Joy be with you. And then Snoz is gonna leave.
As the door is shutting, BT, your passive perception is high enough for him to hear. I'm not sure he actually meant that.
So to you guys, what you see is me just pull out that bottle of what's left of that bottle of liquor and uncap it and drink it as we walk. But to everybody else, it is a security guard walking down the street in full plate armor, sipping from a little flask.
Okay, well, useful. Very useful. Now, seems like we should go to the new encampment. Seems like a good place to start.
Good enough as any.
As walking down the street, I'm going to try to snatch some of the ribbons that are just flying about the celebration. Ideally ones that aren't being used or that are easily taken.
Oh, easy enough. As you're going through as well, after snagging a few, you find that there are people walking around just handing them out.
Oh, great. I'll take a whole heap and I'll start tying them on mine and my companion's arms, so we look like we belong-ish.
Alright.
Very subtle subterfuge, I say, and as I'm like,
You head off to where, with quick, it's fairly easy to find. I mean, everyone inside Stitchwith, they're incredibly friendly. And they're all in a very high, jovial mood right now, so anyone you ask just directs you very calmly and very easily in the direction of where the district has been, or a sub-district has been cleared out and created for these individuals. Heading that direction, there is no difference once you get into it. Everyone's still celebrating and having a grand old time. The main thing you would realize is that more people around here are carrying around instruments. There are a couple of more areas where people are just playing music and singing along more loudly and freely.
ooh, magic awareness. I'm going to try and find myself a magic loot to buy off of somebody here.
Okay.
People playing music around.
You, heading through, find yourself surrounded by magical instruments. Many of the people carrying them are carrying at least one form of magical instrument. There is a store where you can get an instrument, minor magical. It's an illusion cast on these ones. Not sure what they would be, but that is like a street side store that sells on the cheaper end instruments that are just lightly enchanted.
Can I tell if any of these instruments have bound entities in them?
The vast majority of them.
I tell Snoz.
Whoa. Not sure what to do with that information at this juncture.
Any of them very powerful but don't have some sort of demonic entity attached to them?
You can tell power levels. BT can tell if an entity is being attached to them. So either both of you can give me a perception check, or one of you can give me a perception check with advantage.
I say let's both do it.
Okay.
Perception, you said?
Or investigation. Either one of those two would do for this.
Well, mine will be 17.
Mine will be 27.
Good lord.
With your 27 BT, as you're roaming through the streets, lots of people dancing around, some of them actually even running up to you on putting leis over your heads and then just singing and dancing off. So a few of you have these flowery wreaths now drooped over you. You get towards the center of this district where on the stage there's a larger band with a singular gnome who is very familiar to you, Snozebupe. He is one of the men responsible for the organization and creation of the Messengers of Peace. The instrument he holds, another lute, registers to you, BT, as holding a very powerful being inside of it. And to you now as being one of the most powerful magical items here, aside from your axe. And that is where we're actually going to finish for this episode.
Oh, boo. What? Officers, this man right here.
As you find one of the leaders of the Messengers of Peace singing and performing on a large stage in the center of this district. We will hop back in on that wonderful adventure and see what what comes from all that next week. See you all then.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
The end may have closed for now. We hope you met a friend this go around. Tired and blurry you may be. We hope your minds are full from this revelry. Repeat